The road to hell is paved with good intentions, according to a famous proverb, and there is indeed no lack of good intentions to eradicate child labor. According to the International Labour Organization, about 1 in 10 of all young stars globally are working. 1.60 million children. Most are deprived of a formal education, making it all the more difficult to access a better future. The Philippines has vast deposits of gold, but much of it is mined by children. They alone are slender enough to dive deep into self-dug tunnels, through swamps or down to the seabed. The highly dangerous undertaking puts their lives at risk. All over the country, families are digging for gold in thousands of small-scale mines without supervision or controls. Men, women, and children, all hoping for a few nuggets that they can sell for a handful of pesos. In the swamps, in the center of the country, 13-year-old Heto spends hours every day diving for gold in deep water-filled holes. He breathes through a thin plastic tube connected to an air compressor on his father's dugout canoe. One small puncture would mean certain death for the young boy. Child labor and slavery in the cocoa industry. Child labor and slavery are prevalent in the cocoa industry, particularly in West Africa, where most of the largest cocoa is grown. Children as young as 5 years old are forced to work long hours on cocoa farms, often in difficult conditions. Many of these children are trafficked from neighboring countries, such as Burkina Faso and Mali, to work on cocoa farms in Ivory Coast and Ghana. These children are often denied an education and suffer from physical and emotional abuse. The use of child labor and slavery in the cocoa industry has been known for decades, but little has been done to address the issue. Many of the world's largest chocolate companies have been accused of using cocoa beans produced by child labor and slavery. While some companies have made efforts to address the issue, such as certification programs and community development projects, progress has been slow and more needs to be done to eradicate child labor and slavery from the cocoa industry. Also, consumers can play a role in addressing this issue by choosing to buy chocolate that is certified as slavery-free, supporting companies that are taking action to address the problem, and advocating for stronger laws and regulations to combat child labor and slavery in the cocoa industry. Sweeping and harvesting with machetes. For years, the chocolate industry has promised to end the practice, but a new study shows it has actually increased. Around 1.6 million children in the two largest cocoa-growing countries, Ivory Coast and Ghana, work in cocoa farming, the study reports. Together, the two nations produce around 2/3 of the world's cocoa beans. On every second cocoa farm there, children as young as 5 have to pinch in instead of going to school because their parents are too poor to hire farm hands. Children are even used for more dangerous work, such as sweeping and harvesting with machetes. Democratic Republic of Congo, buried alive. Democratic Republic of Congo were so bad that at times the children are buried alive when the Mayos cave in. According to the UN Children's Agency, UNICEF, about 40,000 children work in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo. For a shift of up to 24 hours underground, most earn less than $2. Even so, most earn 1.8 cents of euro a day, and many more others earn less than that. The working conditions in the Congolese mines are miserable. Many children are often physically ruined as a result. There are whole excavations which they dig up with their bare hands using machete spades. The conditions in some of the cobalt mines located in the Southern Democratic Republic of Congo were so bad that at times the children are buried alive when the mines cave in. Some of the children are as young as 7 years old, and many walk without any protective clothing. According to the human rights organization Amnesty International, the converted raw material is used for making smartphones materials. Big corporations such as Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, and Sony rely on it for their electronic gadgets. The minerals can also be found in electronic cars produced by Daimler and Volkswagen. However, these companies do not want to be associated with child labor. Meanwhile, according to the NGO Human Rights Watch, thousands of children across countries are helping their parents search for gold, others in cocoa farming, while others in underground dangerous mining. And with countries such as the Philippines, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Pakistan, Lebanon, amongst other countries, there are invisible hands of children, invisible hands of child labor behind most of the product we consume today. And you can help a child by saying no to child labor. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.